What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. Come one, come all. How are you guys doing out here today on this wonderful, wonderful Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen? I appreciate you guys for tuning in. By the way, we are going to be doing post-game show, the Arizona Cardinals versus the Atlanta Falcons. And can we say the return of QB1 is finally here, ladies and gentlemen? This felt like this was long overdue. This was long overdue. And I don't know about you guys, but man, how good does it feel to finally see your quarterback back there and not in shotgun 99.9% of the time? Ladies and gentlemen, the Arizona Cardinals come out with a most magical win because let's be honest, any win after the next is going to be the most magical win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And the Cardinals went ahead and stuck it to a Atlanta Falcons team that wanted this win so darn badly because they wanted to be put right back into their division. But the Arizona Cardinals said, no. We're taking this win because Kyler Murray is back, ladies and gentlemen. And this whole organization, this whole team fought for Kyler Murray. Man, it's such a good storyline. What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Big shout out to Martin, Edward, Luis, Agent, AZ Sports Girl, Corey, Deus, Mac, Andrew. What's up, y'all? Appreciate you for being here in the chat. We're going to have a good, fun-filled show for you today. We are most likely going to be opening up the phone lines a little later on in the stream. So if you guys do want to be part of the show, just stay tuned and we'll open up the phone lines and you tell me how you feel about Mr. Kyler Murray coming back and obviously coming up with the win. But let's dive into this. Let's dive into this game here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot to talk about. Now, I did end up putting a post-game reaction here on the channel. So if you guys did watch it, I appreciate you guys absolutely for tuning in to the post-game reaction. Obviously, when it comes down to this Arizona Cardinal team, we really didn't know exactly what to expect, right? There was a lot of hype from Cardinals fans, including myself, that Kyler Murray was coming back. But I think at the end of the day, we really didn't know what to expect. Kyler Murray hasn't played a snap of real game football in quite some time. So to come out here and say the expectation was the Arizona Cardinals to win, it would be kind of messed up. It would be kind of messed up here for Kyler Murray to come out here and expect a win. But like Kyler Murray came out and said himself earlier this week, whenever he comes out and steps into the football field, he wants to win. That's exactly what Kyler Murray wants to do. He's not coming out here to, just bring his name out and, have a little foo-foo type of game. No, he wants to come out here and win every single time he puts his foot on the field. That is his mission. Now, Jonathan Gannon did tell Kyler Murray, hey, you're right. Obviously, this is going to be your first start. It is what it is. Kyler Murray respected that, but he took that running. And he came out here and said, no, I'm going to come out here and try my best to get a win. And that he did. That he did. Now, let me take you through this game here, ladies and gentlemen, because the Arizona Cardinals started off this game winning in the first quarter 3-0 against the Atlanta Falcons. And then the Atlanta Falcons ended up making this a game by scoring 14 points in the second quarter. And then the Arizona Cardinals ended up scoring a total of 9 points in the second. Going into the half, coming out of the half, the Atlanta Falcons scored 3 points to the Arizona Cardinals 10 points, and then the Atlanta Falcons scored 6 points, and then in the fourth quarter, the Arizona Cardinals ended up sealing the deal with a Matt Prater kick, and then obviously the field goal ended up making the Arizona Cardinals winning the Atlanta Falcons 25-23. But let's dive into the numbers here real quick. I think there's a lot to kind of dive into this game. Now, in my post-game reaction, I didn't mention this, but I wanted to, and I completely forgot just because I was just so excited about, obviously, the Arizona Cardinals winning. But I didn't mention on how bad these refs were in this game. I'm not sure if you agree with me. Now, obviously, the Arizona Cardinals ended up winning, but literally, I felt like anytime the Arizona Cardinals had some sort of momentum, the Arizona Cardinals were penalized for something, right? Whether it was a holding call, or pass interference call, anything, right? On the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball. I feel like we were just getting so many flags for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was very, very unfortunate. Now, if you take a look at the penalties, the Atlanta Falcons had a total of 4 penalties for 43 yards. The Arizona Cardinals had 11 penalties for over 110 yards. Actually, it was 112 yards to be exact in terms of the amount of penalties that they ended up getting. Now, I'm not one of those guys that like to blame things on the refs, but man, there was some really, really bad calls in this game. And like, I would accept the bad calls if it was for both teams, but it didn't feel like it was for both teams at all. It felt like every single time, every single opportunity the refs had to throw a freaking flag out there, they did it. And it was against the Arizona Cardinals, which is very, very unfortunate. But in the grand scheme of things, the Arizona Cardinals were against the Falcons plus the refs, and they still ended up winning. So I think overall, this was definitely obviously a very huge game because momentum is a son of a gun. And next week, we're actually playing the Atlanta Falcons. Next week, we're actually playing the Houston Texans, which also came up with the win as well over the weekend. So this is going to be a tougher match than I anticipated coming into the season. But man, with Kyler Murray, I truly do feel invincible. I truly feel like the Arizona Cardinals can stack up against anybody. Now, if you truly look at the amount of games that we played so far, yes, we are 2-8 on the season, and I get it, right? 2-8 doesn't sound so good. Now, we'll talk about draft capital and draft compensation a little later on in the stream, because I know there's some of you out there that want to talk about, oh, we're not the first overall pick anymore, or oh, I want to lose because of a pick. We're going to dive into that here a little later on, but the Arizona Cardinals have pretty winnable games, right, in the next coming weeks, right? We got the Texans, which, let's be honest, they're no slouches. They're a good team. And then we got the Rams. Now, we don't know if Matthew Stafford's going to play. We don't know the health of their players, right, at this very moment, TBD. But we'll have to kind of wait and see how it all shakes out. But Kyler Murray came out here in the last quarter or that last drive and literally put this team on his back. Now, I'm not sure if you guys were the same boat that I was, but I was scratching my head and I was yelling at my TV saying, why are we throwing the ball deep so many times? I'm not sure if you guys were in the same boat, but I was saying to myself, why are we throwing the ball deep so many times? All we need is a field goal. But Kyler Murray proved me wrong. Kyler Murray knew exactly what he was doing. He was trying to get in the red zone and obviously set it up the way that it was set up. But man, I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of those deep shots that were not hitting, I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh my goodness, what is going on? But like I said a little earlier, Kyler Murray literally wheeled this team, put this team around his back or on his back, and obviously the rest is history. So we just got to give some huge kudos to where kudos is due. Kyler Murray had a magnificent game today. A magnificent game. He was 19 of 32, 249 yards and an interception. Didn't have a touchdown passing, but he did have a rushing touchdown, which was actually very exciting to see. He had six carries, 33 yards to 1 touchdown. And honestly, I think it was just a huge touchdown. It really was. I was really excited about it. Now, we did get another touchdown here for a rushing touchdown from Clayton Tune. Now, I know there were some people out there that were really mad that Clayton Tune ended up getting a tush push touchdown because obviously fantasy. To me, at the grand scheme of things here, ladies and gentlemen, a win's a win. That's the way that I'm going to look at it. Regardless if it's coming from James Conner, Kyler Murray, Clayton Tune with the tush push, it doesn't matter to me. As long as we get a win, that's all I care about. I get it. Fantasy is a game that I love to play as well. But when it comes down to having our Arizona Cardinals, whether the touchdown comes from this guy or a win, I'm going to choose a win all the way. And that's just kind of how I feel in this whole situation. So I'm stoked. I'm absolutely super stoked. Now, there was some deep shots thrown up there, and man, it was so nice. It was so nice because I've complained so much about the deep shots that we were taking, right, in the first 8 games that they were not connecting. I was so freaking frustrated that they weren't connecting, right? Whether it was Tune or Dobbs, I don't care. But the moment that this man stepped in right here, Mr. QB1, return of the QB1, ladies and gentlemen, we ended up seeing some really, really good down the field throws. A lot of them to Trey McBride. Y'all, Trey McBride, who would have thought? Leave it to the Arizona Cardinals to keep this man on the bench, right, for Zach Ertz. Now, this is no disrespect to Zach Ertz. I'm one of the few guys out there that still like Zach Ertz, but somebody tell me here how it makes any sense that we possibly have one of the best tight ends to possibly suit up in an Arizona Cardinal uniform, and we have yet to play him until Jonathan Gannon has come back here, right? Or until Jonathan Gannon has come out here and, Zach Ertz ended up getting hurt, right? And I'm going to IR. Right? Why did it take this freaking long for us to see Trey McBride when all of us have been jumping on our soapbox saying things like, why aren't we seeing Trey McBride? There's plenty of other teams out there that have called and said things like, hey, why aren't you using Trey McBride? Is he going to be a guy that you guys want to trade? And of course, when people are asking me, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think the Cardinals are going to trade him. Why would they trade him? But now we're starting to see the connection between Kyler Murray and the progression of what tight end 1 can be with Trey McBride. Man, all I can say right now is Cliff Kingsbury, you are just a silly man. How are you going to leave this guy here on the bench, right? Man, Trey McBride has been flourishing so far in his, I guess, his young career. I guess we could still say his young career, because right now Trey McBride has made history. He's went over 100 yards as a tight end, and he suited up as an Arizona Cardinal. He's made history already. That's huge. Right now, Trey McBride in the 2023 season has 36 yards, 36 receptions, 418 yards, 1 touchdown, and averages 11.6 yards a catch. Y'all, come on now. Come on. You got to feed McBride. You got to feed him. You got to feed him. And that's exactly what we're starting to see right now. And I love it. I love it. Give me more McBride. Give me more McBride. And it's actually very refreshing that we finally saw somebody have a very good game in the last game, and then it translated this next game. I'm just so happy. Ladies and gentlemen, the return of QB1 is finally here. Kyler Murray is the missing piece that we've all been waiting for right here. If this was Tune, if this was Dobbs, this might not have been a win, ladies and gentlemen. This might not have been a win. This guy right here, got us the win. Man, it's just huge, man. It's a huge momentum swing. It's a huge boost here for the Arizona Cardinals. And man, the return of QB1. Let's just continue to talk about it because he really put this team on his back. Now, Trey McBride was the guy who really obviously, put this offense on his back, because anybody after Trey McBride, Rondale Moore had only 43 yards. Michael Wilson had 34 yards. Marquise Hollywood Brown had 28 yards. It looked really weird. Like, for some reason, Marquise and Kyler Murray, there was a lot of misses. Like, I don't understand, but hopefully with more and more games, that connection can get solidified and get better and better, right? Because I thought that those two were boys. I thought it was going to be an automatic connection, but obviously you can tell that regardless if they're guys and they're best friends, you still need game time, play, right? You still need to get those game time reps. They are very, very important. And we're now sitting here with the understanding that Marquise Hollywood Brown, right, our number one wide receiver on our roster, didn't really do anything in this game. He had 1 reception for 28 yards. That's it. But he was targeted at least 2 or 3 other times. It was just that connection really wasn't there. It was the Trey McBride show. That's for darn sure. Now, James Conner got involved as well with 16 carries, 73 yards. Nothing too spectacular, but definitely something where we can come out here and say that, yes, I would rather see an offense with James Conner than no James Conner, right? I think a lot of us can agree with that James Conner is the heart and soul of that running back core. We saw a little Keontae Ingram, which is cool, but at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, James Conner, that's who I need. James Conner is my running back number 1, 100%. We got a contribution coming our way. We got King Savage Kool-Aid. What's up, brother? He says, off topic, Phoenix Rising's are champions. Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, shout out here to the Phoenix Rising, our soccer team that hopefully one day can make it to the MLS, because I think that's what's really kind of holding them down in the level of, right, in terms of why they're not getting as much publicity as they should. But yeah, shout out to the Phoenix Rising. Championship football, right? Championship teams are now starting to grow within this Arizona Cardinal community. This Arizona community in general, right? This Arizona sports community, right? We got the Suns doing their thing. We got the Diamondbacks just going to the World Series. We got the Arizona Cardinals having Kyler Murray back. It's all starting to look good and trend in the right direction. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So huge win. And next week we got the Houston Texans next week. I'm excited about that. But let's continue to talk about this game. Now, to me, Bijan Robinson, 22 carries, 95 yards, 1 touchdown. That kid is a stud. That kid is a stud. I like Bijan Robinson. He's a very, very good running back. Now, they did go through an unfortunate circumstance with Tyler Heineke. Tyler Heineke couldn't really do much. He was 8 for 15, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. That's it. When Desmond Ridder came in, he was 4 for 6, 39 yards. That was it. Their number 1 wide receiver, Drake London, 3 receptions, 36 yards. I think we got to give some huge shout outs to our defense. This game, we finally saw a team that was playing in unison. That's what we saw today. We saw a team that was playing in unison today. We saw the offense do it for the defense. We saw the defense do it for the offense. We saw special teams do it for everybody. We had a really, really good game across the board. Now, Dennis Gardick also with the sack, but BJ Ojulari. Can we talk about BJ Ojulari here real quick, ladies and gentlemen? BJ Ojulari, our second round pick in the 2023 NFL draft. And this man has already got 3 sacks, and he hasn't played every single game. Can we possibly get our edge of the future in BJ Ojulari? Can we? Maybe. BJ Ojulari is starting to look really, really, really nice, and he hasn't played every single game. I think he started at least 2 games ago, but he hasn't played a full 100% amount of the games at all, or at least 100% of the game. So, definitely huge shout out to BJ Ojulari for one thing, right? All our draft picks are starting to look really, really good. We even seen Dante Stills today, too. Our 5th round quarterback, Clayton Tune, this man got a tush-push touchdown. I'm loving what we're seeing. I'm loving it. I truly am. Here we go. Next contribution here of the day. Deus with the $5 chat. He says this: I'm hoping to see more play from under center. T15 would not be denied. Tune. K1 looking great, but it kind of looked like KK formation a bit. Well, let's talk about that a little bit, right? There was a lot of shotgun for Kyler Murray. There was. It definitely seems like that's where he's most comfortable, but we can't deny the fact that Kyler Murray wasn't playing 99.9% of shotgun, which is refreshing, right? We ended up seeing him under center. We ended up seeing him in different formations that we haven't seen him in a while. Now, keep in mind here that this is his very first game. It still might take him a little bit to fully be comfortable with being fully under center, right? Now, I don't think we're ever going to see a world where Kyler Murray is going to be under center you know, 60-80% of the time. That's just not what it is. I think it's going to be a even type of game plan where we're going to be seeing the different formations sprinkled out about 30, maybe 35 to even 40% of the time where Kyler Murray is fully engaged in this offense. I still do think that the shotgun is going to be primarily what he is going to be comfortable in doing. And if it's working, it's working, right? At the end of the day, we just need to move the damn ball down the field. But I don't think it's going to be a situation where we all maybe might have thought that the under center is going to be overtaking the shotgun. I don't think that's the case, or at least in this first game, that wasn't the case, right? We saw Kyler Murray primarily in shotgun, but we did see a sprinkle amount of formations, right? Different type of formations where we've seen him under center, which it looked a little weird, looked a little odd because I'm not used to it. But in the grand scheme of things, I think when Kyler Murray gets fully healthy, or not fully healthy, but if he gets fully comfortable in this offense, I think we're going to start seeing it a lot more. And that's going to sprinkle into maybe 20, 25 to 30% of the time, as opposed to what we're kind of seeing in this game. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if it's working, right? We just need to throw multiple different formations out there. That's the grand scheme of things. We have a playmaker at quarterback. And I think that with Kyler Murray getting more, into it, getting more reps in this offense, I think it's going to be better, where we're going to start seeing less of the shotgun. And I don't mean less like 10%. No. I mean like 60%. You know what I mean? As opposed to 90 to 80%, right? I think it's going to go down like that, but I think primarily he's still going to be running shotgun. Contribution coming our way from Mike. What's up, Mike? Appreciate you in the dono here. He says, love seeing more bootlegs and play action. I agree. Man, Trey McBride, I feel like, was open a lot. This man looks very, very good. I like still what we're seeing with Michael Wilson. I love the progression of what we're seeing in Michael Wilson. Marquise, obviously Marquise is Marquise, but man, yeah, the play actions were really nice to see. The bootlegs was really nice to see. So yeah, I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Yeah, so I think when it comes down to it, we just need to be disguised better, right? And I think that's what we did today. We were able to disguise and not being in a singular formation 99.9% of the time. I think that really helped out the Arizona Cardinals. Mike with another contribution. He says, and him checking the plays and answering blitzes. Yes, let's talk about this. The blitzes were a problem for the Arizona Cardinals, I believe, in the fourth. I think it started in the third quarter, and then it kind of leaked its way into the fourth for the Arizona Cardinals, because the Cardinals scored 10 points in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter, we only scored 3. And I think there was a several amount of drives that we couldn't convert that third down because we didn't exactly know what they were going to do, right? They constantly flooded the line, almost kind of made it seem like a blitz was coming to the Arizona Cardinals. They either peeled back or they brought the whole house at the Arizona Cardinals, or Kyler. So I agree. I think the adjustment was great because Kyler Murray can outrun anybody, man. This man was running for his life, but good, in a good way. I'm not saying he was constantly in duress, because I don't think he was in constant duress. Only in the second half did they really, really kind of put that out there, and it worked out until we adjusted. So I agree with that. I agree. Yeah. So overall, man, just a good game. Just an overall huge good game. Martin with another contribution. We got a $1.99 donation. Appreciate you, brother. If you do have a chat coming in here, because I don't see nothing attached to this, but I will look out for it here, Martin. I'm going to keep it up here until I see something that you type up. But I appreciate the contribution. Let's talk about this here real quick. I know there's a lot of people out there, and I'm not sure if that you guys are in the chat are in this boat. And if you are, let me know here in the chat, right? I don't think any of us are wrong. I don't think any of us are right. Obviously, everybody's got different opinions in this whole situation that we're living in right now. But where do you guys stand right now? Are you guys happy that we won, or are you not happy that we won? Now, I get it. That might be a very, very dumb question, right? Hear me out. Hear me out when I say this. It's not a dumb question, because this is the way that I like to think of it. There's a portion of Arizona Cardinal fans that do not want us to win any more games at all, including this game. There's a portion of Cardinal fans that do not want us to win. And I'm just super curious here in the chat where you guys are standing. Are you happy or are you not happy? Now, obviously, like I said a little earlier, it's not one of those things where I'm like, oh, shame on you, right? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. We had another contribution coming from BBH. He says K1 really matured and learning / reading defenses more. I agree. Seth says, hey, Mike, what a walk-off win, but let's hope that we beat the Texans. Oh, absolutely. The Texans are obviously a team that we have that we're thinking of here moving forward, so I 100% agree. But let's talk about this here real quick, right? Let's talk about this. Happy or not? And for the people out there that are saying, that's such a dumb question. Well, I explained why I'm asking this. The reason why I'm asking because there's a portion out there of Cardinal fans that don't want us to win because of the draft pick. Now, as of right now, where the Arizona Cardinals are standing in the draft order, right now we got the 3rd pick in the NFL draft. Right now we have the 3rd pick with our pick. The Houston Texans have the 20th pick in the NFL draft. Now, we still have over 5+ games. So that can change, right? We could either stay at 3, we can move at 2, we can move to 10, we can move to 8. We can have that 2nd pick move to 18, 15, 14, whatever, right? Right now, that is where it stands. The Cardinals have the 3rd pick, and the Houston Texans, which we own, are now sitting at the 20th overall. Me, even from the start of the season, I have never been one of those guys that said, I want to tank because of XYZ. I've never been that guy. And here's the specific reason why. If you are tanking, obviously, players don't tank. I get it. But teams are not constructed very, very well. They're not constructed very, very well by organizations. I think we could all agree with that. We are a 2-8 team, right? I'm not sitting in here and saying, we're going to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm not saying that. But this win right here is absolutely huge for the momentum of the Arizona Cardinals moving forward. Right now, the Arizona Cardinals are a 2-8 team, right? We played 10 games. We got 7 games left in the season. 7 games. With Kyler Murray coming back and hearing the rest of the team was playing hard for Kyler Murray, and they wanted for him to win, how does that not get you jacked up as an Arizona Cardinal fan, right? The team actually wants their franchise quarterback to succeed. I would rather have that momentum other than heading into the draft with the 1st overall pick and having so much questions, so many unknowns with our quarterback situation. Let's allocate these 2 first-round picks. Now, as of right now, I'm not saying quarterback number 1 is Kyler Murray for the future. I'm not saying that. But this is a great step in the right direction for Kyler Murray to continue to have that title, right? It's not my decision. I'm excited. It's a decision of the Arizona Cardinals organization, bottom line. But this is where I'm coming from. I would rather have this momentum and have a team that truly believes in their quarterback heading into the 2024 season. Give me the 8th pick, the 7th pick, the 15th pick, the 16th pick, the 20th pick. I don't care what pick it is. I don't. We just saw Monty Ossenfort come in here in year 1 and had most of these draft picks work out for the Arizona Cardinals. Dante Stills, Clayton Tune, Garrett Williams, Michael Wilson, Garrett Williams, BJ Ojolari. Our draft class in the 2023 season, Paris Johnson Jr. This draft class is probably one of the best draft classes I have ever seen. So forgive me when I say I don't want to tank, because I think that Monty Ossenfort can find the talent wherever we're picking in the 1st round. We got 2 first-round picks. We can address corner. We can address offensive line. We can address interior defensive line. And don't worry about a quarterback. The days of we need a tank because we need to get draft picks. We got all the draft picks we possibly need. I think right now we have like 10+ draft picks. Right now we have about 10+ draft picks. Let's get momentum. Let's shift the momentum for the Arizona Cardinals. I'm excited. Let's get to these super chats here. We got Mason saying, win, win, win. That's all I want to see for the rest of the season. Yes, I want Harrison, but we need to show that Kyler Murray means business. Show the West. I agree. I 100% agree with you. Because this is where it all stands, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. This is where it all stands. I've been preaching this for the very, very long time, and I don't know why people are not understanding me. If you want to tank, you don't want Kyler Murray as your quarterback. You can't have two. You can't have your cake and eat it too. The Arizona Cardinals are going to need to make a very tough decision at the end of the year. If you want Kyler Murray to be your QB, you do not want the Arizona Cardinals to tank. You do not want the Arizona Cardinals to lose. I don't know how much more times I have to say that. You do not want that. And this right here shows the rest of the organization or the rest of the teams out there that the Cardinals now mean business because they got their franchise quarterback back. Let's go. Let's go. Mauricio with the $5 dono. I appreciate you, Mauricio. Thank you so very much. It means the world. Thank you. My guy Mauricio says this. How was the atmosphere in the stadium? Did you go to the game? I personally didn't go to the game because I got a lot of things that I actually do here on my end. I do a thing for Bleacher Report right after the game. Like it's Sunday. It's unfortunate, but it's my job to watch the game in a way that I need to be available when things happen. So I wasn't able to go to this game, but I'm going to plan out better in the future for me to actually attend a game. It's a very good job for me to have, right? I love what I do, but it's so hard for me to catch a game and do what I do. I hope that makes sense. So this game I wasn't able to go, but I'm going to try to go to at least a couple, maybe even one game in this year. I just got to find the best schedule to do so, just because I got so much obligations covering the Arizona Cardinals. Hopefully that makes sense. Got another contribution. Mike with the $10 dono. Appreciate you, brother. He says this. K1 will make the front office make the decision about his future. If he wins games to bring us out of the QB draft zone, which is great. If he doesn't, you move off of him. We have 6 picks in the top 100. Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Mike, you great Mike. We think exactly like that. Because this is what I've been preaching all damn year long. This is exactly what I've been preaching. If you do not want Kyler Murray as your QB, you want to tank. Okay, that's fine. You want Marvin Harrison? Okay, but it's not going to be as simple as we're going to get Marvin Harrison, right? It's not that simple. It's one of those situations that you need to acknowledge the fact that the Arizona Cardinals might move off of Kyler if we're a 1-2-3 win team. You got to acknowledge it. And exactly like Mike says here, this win is huge, and it's a huge momentum swing, but it's not over. The job isn't done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Monty Austin-Fort realizes that. JG realizes that. Kyler Murray realizes that the job isn't over yet. We got 7 games left. 7 games left. We've played 10 games. We're 2-8. We got 7 games left. The job isn't over. Right now, if the season ended, I think the Arizona Cardinals might still have a question about their franchise quarterback. You want Kyler to continue to progress. You want Kyler to continue to progress if you want Kyler to be your franchise quarterback, in my opinion. Mike with another one. Mike, sheesh. How about the 34-year-old curse of the tight ends being broken? It's a new dawn for this franchise. Yeah, no, I agree. We said this a little earlier. I do not understand. I do not understand for the life of me. I do not understand for the life of me that why we didn't use Trey McBride earlier, right? It's kind of one of those situations that, like, it's an Arizona Cardinal thing, right? Like, I'm glad JG was here because we started to see, Trey McBride more than we saw him with the other regime. But it literally took Zach Ertz to get hurt to fully see what this man can do. You can't sit here and tell me that when Zach Ertz comes back, he's going to be tight end number 1. You can't sit here and tell me that because Trey McBride has done everything he possibly can to stay in that number 1 role. He deserves it. This man deserves it. Trey McBride is him. 36 receptions, 418 yards, 1 touchdown. He averages 11.6 yards a catch this year. This man just never had an opportunity. He just never had an opportunity. But I agree with you, Mike. How about breaking that tight end streak? Great, man. It's fantastic. Nobody's going to sit here and tell me, or at least I hope Somebody's not going to sit here and tell me that Zach Ertz still remains that. To me, I have no problem with Zach Ertz. Keep Zach Ertz as my number 2 tight end. I am down with it. I am cool with it. We saw Jeff Swaim today. That could easily be Zach Ertz. We have 2 playmaking tight ends. Ooh, give me that. Give me 2 playmaking tight ends, Zach Ertz and Trey McBride. Trey McBride being my tight end 1. Let's go. Oh, man, we got weapons for days for Kyler Murray. Woo! That's just the start, baby. That's just the start. That's just the start. Let's keep it going. What's up, Deus? Deus says, in JG, we trust. I agree. I agree. Let's put this up here. Let's put this up here while we read this. Let's put this up here while we read this. In JG, we trust. K1 even said how they believe in the process. He's all in with this staff. I love how they get everyone involved in the game. T-Fip, yeah, I agree, right? I think there was a lot of people, including myself and my guy Deus here, that was really, really high on this kid right here, Clayton Tune. Now, the Arizona Cardinals could have come out here and said, no, you completely stunk it up. You sucked, Clayton Tune. You don't deserve to be here, right? The Cardinals could have done that. But no, the Cardinals came out here and said, you want to do a tush push? Quarterback that's over 6 foot tall. You want to do a tush push? Come on. Come here. Let's get you involved in this offense. You're telling me that now we have the ability to do a tush push? Y'all, this offense is just cooking. This offense is just cooking. But we needed this man. We needed Kyler Murray. And I get it. There's a lot of people that are trying to simmer me down. There's a lot of people out there that are like, it's just 1 win. We're only 2 wins, whatever, blah, 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 blah. If you're not excited about this win, then I can't have a conversation with you. Because any win in the NFL is a chance for you to celebrate. And damn well, you should celebrate as a fan. That's the way I like to look at it. Sports Hits, what's up, brother? He says, the crowd looked alive today. The fans haven't seemed this excited until today's game. How about them Cardinals? I agree. I got some very, very close subscribers of mine that love to DM me on my social medias, and we have a very good connection back and forth because we're cool with each other, right? They've been subscribers for a very long time, and they shoot me DMs, and I love to respond back to them. But yeah, I know a lot of subscribers that actually gone to this game, and they said the atmosphere in State Farm Stadium was absolutely magnificent today. They said it was alive. They said it was alive today. And y'all, come on. You give me my football team that has hope again? That's all I need. That's all I need. My week will be great. You give me a Cardinals win with Kyler Murray back there, my week will be great. Let's go with Martin with the contribution. What's up, Martin? Appreciate you, brother. He says the refs were calling so many bad plays, got scary at times. Seems like they were a Falcons fan, but we got the W and K1's back. Also, Connor, 100% agree. We talked about this a little earlier too. I hate blaming refs. I truly do. But it was so damn obvious in terms of it was one-sided. They weren't calling it for both teams. The Falcons had 4 penalties for 43 yards. The Arizona Cardinals had 11 penalties for 112 yards, and they were crucial. They were crucial. It was frustrating to see. They literally got this Atlanta Falcons team back up in competing with the Arizona Cardinals. And this is why I say this, right? And I'm not trying to downgrade the Atlanta Falcons, right? Good for them. They did a fantastic job. The only person that did anything in the Atlanta Falcons, a lick of anything, was Bijan Robinson, 22 carries, 95 yards, 1 touchdown. Tyler Heineke, unfortunately, he got hurt. But when he left the game, he was 8 for 15, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. And even Desmond Ridder, 4 for 6, 39 yards. Like, they didn't deserve this win. They didn't deserve this win. The Cardinals had so many things stacked up against us. We had to fight against this scrappy Falcons team that wanted to get back into the division. On top of that, we had to play against the damn Zebras. But the Cardinals got the W. That's number 1. Kyler Murray literally put this team on his back. And he said, nah, We're going to win this game. You're not replacing me, Cardinals. No. You are not replacing me. Not today, Satan. Nope. We're going to take this. And that they did. And that they did. Overall, huge game. Huge game for the Arizona Cardinals. And I get it, right? There was a lot of Atlanta Falcons fans out there. There was a lot of Atlanta Falcons fans out there. GG's. That's all I can say to you guys. That's all I can say to you guys. GG. Good game. That's it. The Cardinals deserve this win. Kyler Murray coming back. It's storybook. I was tired of hearing Josh Dobbs being 2-0 with the Vikings. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. I was tired of hearing Josh Dobbs being 2-0 with the Vikings. Good for him. Good for his endeavors and everything that he's going to accomplish. Hopefully becoming QB1 for the Vikings for the future. Hopefully. Right? Kyler Murray's my guy. He always has been. He's always been the guy here until he proves me otherwise. But this is a tough test he's got ahead of him. Because we've got 7 games left. And it's not over yet. 7 games left, and it's not over yet. It's not even close to being over. A lot of games left for the Arizona Cardinals, too, to come out here and obviously carry a lot of momentum heading into next year. And then we worry about draft picks. We still got 7 games. I'm not worried about draft picks. We still got 7 games. All right, let's do this. I promise you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and continue to give you guys my word. I'm going to open up the phone lines. It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. The phone lines are opening up here on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Now, this is your first time ever being here, and this is your first time on the chat. You're like, what the heck is going on? My name is Mike. I go by the AZ Sports Fan here. We do a podcast here on YouTube primarily. And I open up the phone lines to bring the Bird Gang and hear your guys' opinion. Simple as that. I go ahead and post a link, which I just posted right now. All you need to do is click on that link. That's it. Simple as that. Click on the link, jump on in, and let us know how you out there feel about the Arizona Cardinals. Now, before you do that, definitely smack that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're sitting with 54 likes with over 100 people here in the chat. Do me that huge favor. Smack that like button, ladies and gentlemen. We're sitting with 54 likes. Let's see if we can hit 100. Come on, y'all. Let's smack it up. The link has been posted there, ladies and gentlemen. The link has been posted. Jump on in. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, and the rest is history from there. All right. We do got a first person here in the background, and everybody's starting to filter in. Let's start off with my guy, U-Turds. U-Turds, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me, man. How are you feeling about the Arizona Cardinals win?
Oh, really, really good. I know there's some fans who want us to lose for draft picks, which is ridiculous. I mean, I think putting Kyler Murray in a situation of 1-8 is a good thing, and he got the win today. So if he continues to win, he's going to prove himself. He's going to be the franchise quarterback for Arizona. So I think that's a perfect reason why that they put him in. He played really good. I know that one pick, he was rusty at times, but played really good out of his mind. Trey McBride, I didn't really think that he would be this good. 135, 134, somewhere like there. Really good. The rest, man, they just sucked. That Dennis Gardeck, was it roughing the passer? He used like a step and pushes him, doesn't even land on him or anything. It's just they just wanted us to lose for some reason, but very happy with the win. K1 playing really good. I think that's going to be a tough matchup against Houston, but I think we can come out with the win.
Love it.
Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's keep it going here. We got a lot of people here that are trying to chime in. Let's go with AZ Sports Girl. You are live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me. How you feeling?
Okay, that game made me so happy. I have not been that happy to watch football ever since we beat the Cowboys.
Right.
Freaking Kyler Murray coming back made me so happy. I'm wearing my Kyler Murray jersey as we speak. And he looks so good. He got his legs going out there. That touchdown was like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, he got a touchdown. Yeah. And he looks good with the guys. I think practice really did him good. And what was it? What was it, a PI call on Antonio Hamilton? Or I think it was on Antonio Hamilton. What was that call? I just started screaming at my TV.
Yeah, it was as bad
And
as the Marquise one last week with they calling him like a what's offensive pass interference with Marquise. Do you remember that little zig route he did? And it was just it was
yeah, the refs are terrible. No, I don't like them. And and to all the people, like, I don't want to be mean, but like to all the people that are like, oh, like, why are you guys so happy about losing? I mean, not losing. Why are you guys so happy about winning? Like, we need to stay on top of the draft. Like, I don't care about the draft. I don't want Caleb Williams. Like, yeah, sure, having MHJ would be great, but I don't care about the draft. I want to see this team keep winning games.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've been saying that for a bit, and obviously my heart's been in my stomach for the last few weeks because we haven't got a win. But like this is huge. I mean, I think more people are more excited about this, than anything. So I think wherever we fall, Monty is going to be able to get us the right guy. That's just the way I feel.
I'm gonna be real. I trust Monty so much more than I did Kime because whenever Kime would draft, I'm like, oh God, are we gonna get another linebacker?
Yeah.
Oh hey, we got another linebacker. Thanks, Kime. We're still cleaning up your mess.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, definitely get somebody or don't even play him for the next year or two, right? It's just one of those things. It's annoying. But AC Sports Guy, I'm gonna let you go. Appreciate you for calling. Later. All right, let's get Deus up here. Deus, you are live on the AC Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me, Deus. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man.
Finally,
Man, I tell you what, jeez, I don't know, I had my veins popping in my neck when I saw those calls. I was like, what? And they were doing worse to us than we were to them, and they never called anything on them.
Oh yeah.
They were blatant pass interferences, and they never called it. But on ours, he just incidental contact, and they called it.
Yeah.
Even the commentators were saying that they were bad calls.
Mm-hmm.
But on the shout to people who say we should be tanking, you can't establish a winning culture by losing on purpose. So there's that. I just want to win. I don't care about tanking for anybody, and none of these guys are that way. Tell Buddha to tank. He's not going to tank for anything. He probably would have taken a pay cut and left if that were the case.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But
how do you feel about Toon, man?
Man, I just had a big shit-eating grin on my face. I was just like, dude. I said, I'm sure all the fans on Arizona sports fans are going to be laughing because they could probably hear me saying, "Toon."
Yeah, Toon.
But,
oh man.
But I mean, and he even got a vote of confidence in the. I don't know if you saw the after game presser with JG. Mm-hmm. Even JG and the team had confidence in Toon. They're saying, we designed plays especially for him because they wanted to include everybody in that offense, even Toon. So that just says a lot where they're trying to make plays for every person on that team has a role to perform, not just to be a backup or a third stringer or whatever. Everybody has to practice like they're going to be starting that game. So it's just amazing seeing how everything's turning out so far. It's really great. The only thing I'm kind of spotty or iffy on is I don't know if it was just me or what. I didn't keep an accurate count, but it seemed like there was hardly any under center plays, and it's I guess can be hard to pull the play actions and stuff like that off if you're going to be predominantly calling plays from the shotgun. So that's my only thing I'm going to keep an eye on. But I mean, other than that, man, K1's K1. He's gonna rock it. So yeah, it was a good game, and I'm just it's hard keeping up with all these haters in the comments. It's like the moderators are like,
imagine being me, man. Imagine being me. I'm on all social media, so I get it everywhere. I'm excited about 2-8, and I got so many clown emojis on my comments. But I love it though. Keep it coming. I love it.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it was a great game. I was just so happy. I actually even wore my jacket I only wear when they win. So it's like only the second time this year I've worn it.
Love it. All right, Diaz. I'm gonna let you go, brother. Right. Have a great day, man. Peace.
You too.
All right, let's get Mike up here. Mike, you're live with the AC Sports Fan here on YouTube. Brother, man, talk to me. How you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, man? No, I just want to reiterate my point that a lot of Cardinals fans, I think, don't know about like building a sustaining winning culture because we've been kind of garbage since we moved to Arizona. So, this is a great thing that we're doing, right? You have all this young talent. We're drafting well. And as you move forward with all these draft picks and saving money, you have cheap labor, but you have talent. So you can continue to like not push, like what Kime did with the free agency moves and things like that, putting us in a bind because free agency is pretty similar to the draft, right? You don't know what kind of player you're going to get and how they're going to fit in. They're just a name, but it's more expensive than a draft pick, right? So I just wanted to reiterate that, for the first year, right, I feel like we have a competent GM with Monty, with all the moves we can make next year with restructuring Connor. We're probably going to let DJ Humphries go. We'll probably trade him. Cutting Ertz, we'll probably have close to $100 million in cap space. But I feel that's probably going to be the best move moving forward because we have the pillars with Buda Baker, Jalen Thompson, K1, Trey McBride starting emerging. I like what I'm seeing out of Garrett Williams. We definitely need to cut Marco Wilson. But again, 6 picks in the top 100, regardless of where we are in the first round.
Yeah.
And, we see Monty Ossenford. You guys watch the flight plan. He can wheel and deal. So maybe we can turn that top 5 pick or top 10 pick that we might have depending on our win-loss record into some more picks for the next year. And I'm okay with that because that's how you build sustained success, actually having homegrown players versus transplant free agents like we've had in the past.
Yeah, and hitting on your picks too is a crazy amount of draft. I mean, like the draft class that we have this year, I feel like all of them are emerging. Like they're at least productive. Like it's crazy.
I can't remember what year it was, but when Rod Graves with his GM, we drafted. Who was it? I know it was Carlos Danzy was in the second round. Darnell Dockett was in the third round. I think it was Antrell Roll was in the first round. That was probably one of the best drafts we had.
Oh, that's true.
That was so far removed.
That's true. Touche. Yeah, no, touche. Okay, we're not going that far, but yeah, no, I 100%. All right, Mike. Any last thing before I let you go?
No, let the haters keep talking because it's not about what we're going to do this year. Just wait until next year. We'll have an easy strength of schedule. We'll have the draft. I'm sure Monty will hit probably at least 60% of those picks and watch out. We'll be in the playoffs next year. I'm calling it right now.
Ooh, love it. All right, Mike. Appreciate you, man. Have a great day. Later.
Later.
All right, let's go with Bananas. Bananas, it's been a while since I see you. Bananas, you were live on the Easy Sports Fan here on YouTube. Brother, man, talk to me. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. How about you?
Win, win, win. That's all I'm thinking.
See, I'm happy about the win, but and most people know that are in the spaces on X, I really want Marvin Harrison.
That's fair.
Because I've seen people saying that he is the best wideout to come out since Calvin Johnson. And I think that would help Kyler also grow in case we lose Hollywood. Because Hollywood's price tag, people are saying is like 17 mil. And I don't see us paying that for Hollywood. But if we don't get Marvin Harrison and let's say Drake May falls to us, if somebody wants to pay the King's ransom, I'll be okay with that. But we need to fix that offensive line because Kyler Murray was running for his life.
No, I agree. There is other wide receivers in this draft class. Obviously, I think there's a big gap between Marvin Harrison and those other guys as well. But I still think we can get like Michael Wilson is emerging to be pretty decent, right? But what if he takes the next step, right? We don't know.
If he can take the next step, and for in year 2 from a 5th round pick, he was right.
Michael Wilson was a third.
Oh yeah. See, it's late.
If
he can take that next step, then perfect.
Yeah.
And I believe the next wide receiver in the draft coming up is also the other Ohio State kid.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not getting the numbers because he has Marvin Harrison on the other side of him.
Do you see the Arizona Cardinals maybe trading up for a Marvin Harrison because we got the capital?
I mean, if he falls, because I think the pick 1 is going to be Caleb Williams,
right?
Obviously, and then 2 will probably be
Drake May,
right? Then let's say the Giants or the Patriots have the 3rd pick and they wanted a QB. I can see us maybe giving up 2/3 and a 1st.
I think it's possible.
I'd be okay with that.
I think it's possible. If you want to get the top number 1 wide receiver, I think it's possible. But there's a lot of holes in this Cardinal team, right? I think we can't go offensive line. We can go cornerback. We can go anything. So, like, to me, I do want Marvin Harrison too. I'm right there with you. But, like, I want the momentum, bro. I want
something. Yeah, something tells me that the Bears are going to take him with that first pick and not Caleb.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
And then if that does happen, trade out. Just trade out.
Yeah. Honestly, I would push my luck in maybe drafting one of those other 2 wide receivers. You never know, man. That they might be really good. We'll see. But it really just depends on what happens with Marquise, I think, at the end of the day.
And free agency, the best wideout is Pittman. And I love Pittman, but he's not worth 17 million like Kirk.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you go, man. Got one more person here. Appreciate you, man.
All right, take care.
Later, dude. All right, love it. We got contributions coming right. We got Back to the Constitution with a $5 super sticker. Appreciate you, man. And we got Sports Hits says we need that you just lost to, right? That you just lost to Jonathan Gann. Someone's got to create that you just lost to Jonathan Gannon meme. I think that would be absolutely wonderful. All right, let's get Jonathan H in the chat. You are live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me. How are you feeling about the Cardinals win?
Man, I'm feeling amazing. How you feeling?
Oh, fantastic, brother. I'm
Hey,
fantastic.
Look, it feels amazing because ever since Kyler Murray got hurt, and this whole season, for the first time, we can sit back and hear crickets, man.
I agree. There was a lot of haters out there, man. A lot. You still with us, Jonathan? Oh, I think we might have lost Jonathan. Just FYI, buddy, I couldn't hear you for the last bit, but the beginning of the call, I agree. Crickets galore is what we're hearing for just, I guess, other fan bases, that are making fun of the Arizona Cardinals. I think we're not even close to being one of the worst teams. We're not even close to being one of the worst teams. And I think that's an actual fact. The Arizona Cardinals are better than most people think. There was about 2 or 3 games that the Arizona Cardinals weren't even competitive at all. But let's be honest, our roster isn't set up for the Arizona Cardinals to probably go on a deep run. I think we all kind of know that already. But if the Arizona Cardinals are competing, and I think in the grand scheme of things, that's exactly what we kind of need to see here for the Cardinals. Okay, I think I got Jonathan back. Let's see if we can bring him up here one more time. Jonathan H., you were live on the AC Sports Fan here on YouTube.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. My bad, but yeah, like I was saying, man, I'm so happy that he did what he did. Now, even our fans, we can see just exactly what Kyler Murray brings to the table. I stand on this and I believe this, man. On that 3rd and 10 conversion that he made, please understand this. Everybody that's listening, understand. Anybody in the NFL outside of Lamar Jackson, they not making that play. We lose that game.
Yeah.
I want to make it clear, cut, and simple. Kyler Murray is a generational talent. He's a franchise quarterback until he proves me otherwise. Tanking is not an option, and I'm just fired up, man. It's amazing, man. I'm fired up.
No, I agree. You're talking about the play in the last drive or the last series, right? Yeah.
Yes, the whole and I read something on Twitter. It's like he ran a total of maybe like over 60-something yards. That for one, K1 doing K1 things, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Marvin Harrison, that would be amazing. But like I said, I'm worried about the now. I'm not worried about the draft. Yeah. And out of all the games, honestly, outside of the Eagles and maybe the 49ers, I think we winning the rest of them. I really do.
I love it, man. I love
it.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man. I got to get back to what I was doing, but thank you, man. And you, man, you keep doing your thing, man. I'm tuning in every Sunday. I follow you on Twitter. Keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it, Jonathan. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right. Love it. No, I love it. Thank you guys so very much. Obviously, if you guys don't follow me here on all my other social platforms, I got Instagram, I got my Twitter. And then I'm going to be honest here, ladies and gentlemen. Twitter is probably where I'm the most brash. I'm the most just because it's so instant reaction. And I do got some other type of content on Instagram. If you're kind of into those reels type of meme type of things, I do some stuff here on Instagram as well. I try to do TikTok. It's just, I don't know. I'm kind of older, I guess. I didn't really feel it. But yeah, follow me on all my other social platforms if you're interested for more, obviously, Arizona Cardinal content. And the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, I think most of us just want our team to succeed, right? And I know there's some Cardinal fans out there that love to hang on to my every word just to kind of pop up to say, I told you were wrong, right? For the whole Clayton Tune situation and the whole Josh Dobbs situation. I get it, right? Josh Dobbs is 2-0 with the Vikings. That's fine. That's okay. Honestly, I have never said anything bad personally about Josh Dobbs, ever. I think he's a fantastic stand-up guy. It just wasn't for the Cardinals. He didn't get the job done, right? The grand scheme of things. And yeah, I might have missed on Clayton Tune, but we saw him score a touchdown today, ladies and gentlemen. That's just attributed to this Arizona Cardinal organization wants to use everybody, and that's huge. That's huge. Honestly, Josh Dobbs, I hope nothing but the best for you, truly. If you're continuing to win in the Vikings, good stuff, man. Keep doing your thing. But K1 is my guy. Kyler Murray is my quarterback here moving forward, and that's just who I'm rocking with here, ladies and gentlemen. We do got another contribution coming our way from Mike again. Mike, appreciate you, brother. He says, Bryce Young looks like what people thought K1 would look like in the NFL when he was coming out. It's ugly. I agree. I agree. The last Thursday night football game, that was one of the worst games I've seen in my life. That was one of the worst games I've seen in my life. Bryce Young just looks bad. He looks bad. He truly does. Give me K1 all day. Give me K1 and positivity heading into 2024 so we don't have to worry about a quarterback in the first round. That's what I would like. Give me that. That is what I'm looking for here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, y'all. We're going to close up shop here. We have hit the hour mark. I did tell my wife that I'm only going to be here for about 40 minutes and obviously went over. So I'm going to go ahead and close up shop here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you so very much for all the contributions. Thank you so very much for everybody who smacked the like button, all the people who joined in here on the call-in show. I will be doing another call-in show as well. Just FYI, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys weren't able to jump on, we will be doing more of these, obviously. I got my podcast starting tomorrow with my guy Mythic. We're going to be jumping on the Big Red Pod here at 10 a.m. So if you guys want to jump on that, we're going to be podding it up here in the morning, obviously celebrating. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure. Go Bird Gang. And as always, go Cards.